First, we're going to interview Miss Calvin. Is this your first time teaching, or have you taught at another school?
This is my first time teaching, and I have not been in another school. I did some substituting some years ago.
Hi. Haven't you been at Walnut Hills for a while?
Yes, I have. I've been here almost 9 years.
This is Jeff Martz doing an interview with Mrs. Glassman. And where in the world have you traveled?
I've been very fortunate, and I've done a lot of traveling. I've been in 41 of the 50 states. I've been to Canada, I've been to Mexico, and I've been to 7 different countries in Europe.
I've heard that you like to climb mountains. How does it feel to get to the top of one?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's a physically exhilarating experience, and aesthetically it's just beautiful up on top.
Advise. A-D-V-I-S-E. Net. Paint. C-L-A-I-M. Either. E-I-T-H-E-R.
Gold Pod is an exciting place to be. The teachers are Mrs. Craig, Ms. Dietrich, Mr. Poole, Mrs. Kuttner, and Mr. Zuccarelli. Gold Pod prepares students for middle school. It's a great place.
Hi, I'm Kyle Swanda, and I am here with Mr. Zuccarelli, who also got new books this year. Are these new books better than the old ones?
Well, the thing about books are, as information changes, as students' needs change, then the textbooks need to change. It's buying a textbook is probably something like buying a new car. It's very exciting because of the new and different features that they have.
Like our kids.
Yes, I think you're very creative and talented, and you're lots of fun to be with.
What would you like to see in your classroom that you don't have?
I'd like to have more blackboards, I'd like to have more bulletin boards for display, and I'd like a giant ceiling fan so that we could be cooler.
Mrs. Diedrich is also new to Walnut Hills. All of Gold Pod thinks he's off to a great start. Mrs. Diedrich, do you like teaching 5th and 6th grade?
Yes, I do. I find the curriculum very exciting, and I like the children. I like the age level, and especially the children at Walnut Hills are very good and very fun to be around.
Is the rest of your family teaching?
No, the rest of my family are dairy farmers in Wisconsin. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and they're all doing different jobs in Wisconsin. My mom and dad are still dairy farmers there. And I do have an aunt, though, that is a principal in a grade school.
Thank you. Now to Mr. Poole. I'm here with the teacher in training, Mr. Poole, in Gold Pod. Mr. Poole, what is your education?
I went to the University of Northern Colorado in Greeley for 3 years, and presently I'm a senior, graduating this spring.
And how long have you been working with kids?
I've worked with kids throughout my program at UNC. Every quarter, a different child.
And when will you have a classroom of your own?
Hopefully I'll be working in a classroom next September.
Thank you. This is Terry Kemp. Music, PE, and media are unique experiences for children at Walnut Hills. The teachers are Mrs. Brock, Mrs. Heath, Mr. Atencio, and Mr. Schaefer.
Special things do you have planned for us this year?
This year I'd like to have a Halloween assembly like we did last year, and of course in December, we have our winter concert coming up with the choir and recorder groups, and hopefully we'll be able to go different places to share our talent with the community. In the spring and fall, another choral and recorder concert, and just lots and lots of fun things in class.
Can you tell us about the school song?
The school song is called Walnut Hills, and the words were written by 3 of our students at Walnut Hills. Their names are Hillary Gerke, Lisa Drake, and Megan Postaway. And hopefully you'll hear it a lot this year.
Hello, I'm in the gym interviewing Mr. Atencio. Where are you from?
I'm from Denver. I was born and raised just north of Denver in Westminster. And I went to school out there, and I went to college up at the University of Colorado in Boulder.
Where else have you traveled?
Yes, I have. I've been through parts of Europe, and last year, I lived in Africa. And I was over there for 1 whole year, working in an orphanage, in some medical clinics, and doing work with some of the refugees coming from Ethiopia into the Sudan.
Our resource teachers help students with special needs. Mrs. Fuller, Ms. Kelly, Mrs. Ward, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Wilson, and Mrs. Lyons are the resource team.
What you're doing on this is following directions. This is a booklet in which you are given some directions and instructions to do. And all the instructions are written on back of your knee pretty much. Okay.
When I, it's staged.
Take a temperature.
No, I'm not going to take his temperature. Tell me.
This is Fleming. Have you ever been a principal at a different school?
I was an acting principal at Bellevue Elementary School in Cherry Creek, and I was an assistant principal at Sagebrush Elementary, which is on the east side of the district. But this is the first school I've been a full principal.
Are there much similarities between teaching and being a principal?
There are a lot of similarities between teaching and being a principal. I think the most important part is that I still get to see children, I still get to work with children, but it's a little bit different because I'm not in the classroom all day, and I have a chance to do a lot of different things. I think if you look at the button that I have on today, it says, "Principals make the difference." And I think it is important for a school to have a good principal because the program at your school has to be worked on by principal and staff together, and you need a good...
Here it says 4 teaching pods. See if this sounds right to you.
Well, let's go ahead and do the blue pod teachers.
Okay.
What's going on?
Blue pod teachers.
Excuse me, white pod.
White pod.
So we need to do
we need Mrs. Burmeister. Right on the set. Sound. Audio check. Audio check. Roll tape. Tape rolling. I'm Joan Owen with Jenny Williams in the Walnut Hills School Media. Right on the set. Audio check. Check. Roll tape.
Tape rolling.
Hello, I'm David Bagwell interviewing. Do you like the movie business?
Yes.
Quiet on the set. Audio, check. Roll camera. Rolling.
Hi, this is Carrie Ashheim, and I'm here with Terry Kempton, who attends Walnut Hills Elementary. Terry, how do you like Walnut Hills?
I like it a lot.